What's up, girl gang? Welcome back to the girls' room. Let me tell you something. I am currently filming in my bedroom because my entire... Where are you going? You're not going anywhere. She hates when I film. Because my entire episode recorded with no fucking audio. And I don't know how that happened because my mic was plugged in. I didn't test it. Which I should have. So lesson learned. Let's hope this has audio because I guess lesson not learned because I didn't test it again. But I'm not using the lavalier mic. I'm using like the big furry one that sits on the camera because I just don't trust the other one. So typically, like I've said, I film on Wednesdays and today's Thursday. So my girlfriend's home. So she's working in the living room and I can't film in there. So whatever, like I said, the girls' room is wherever I am, and I have like an hour tops to get something out. So I was talking to my friend Ed, shout out Ed, and I'm like, oh my God, my episode recorded with no audio. And he's like, you got to get something out there. You got to get something out there. And I'm like, okay, you're right. So I'm getting something out there. You might hear my Frenchie snoring in the background, but we are showing up no matter what, because there will be a time where I can't show up. So I'm going to make it work as best as I can for this week. So it'll probably be a shorter episode. And, you know, to be honest, I think the universe was like telling me something because I'm overcritical of my episodes to begin with, but like this episode I filmed yesterday, I just like wasn't feeling it. I was in such a blah mood, which it's okay to show up and not be like always 100%, but I just felt like I wasn't loving the episode. But sometimes I feel like that. And now I feel like the universe was just like, yeah, that episode don't need to be out. So I went to start editing it and it was like, psych. So here we are showing up, saving our sick days, or the days where I'll be on vacation and I can't film, or the days that I need a break because life is too busy, or whatever the case may be. Here I am for episode 15. So it might not be a full 45 minutes to an hour, but we'll see what I can get done. And I'm just here to show you that I'm showing up even when it's hard, even when things don't go my way, because I said I would. So shout out to Ed for yelling at me. He's like, you got to put something out, even if it's 15 minutes, just put something out. Like, I believe in your vision and what you're doing. So just get something out there. Anyway, so shout out to that. So I'm here and I'm just going to like run through some of the things I talked about yesterday, but in a better way, because I was kind of yesterday. You can probably, I think, hear the train and you'll hear some honking, but this is Brooklyn living and we're working with what we got. It's 11:18 in the morning and I have some calls today. But later on in the day is when it gets like really, really honky and loud out here, like insane. So for now, you'll just have to deal with Rue snoring in the background. And yeah. So how am I? I'm okay. I'm good. We celebrated Easter with Amanda's family. We try to do like every other holiday. So Christmas was the last holiday, I think. So we were with, or yeah, like family holiday. So we were with my family. So now we saw her family for Easter. We had a really nice time out east. It's so nice and peaceful there, but the drive can definitely be hell. And the dogs really hate the car, but that's okay. Had some off time. I was off Monday, and so my week feels a little bit short because I guess it is short. What else happened? Oh, I did something that's going to be life-changing, and I am so excited. So I got masseter Botox, and for those of you that don't know, like, if you have TMJ, which I have really, really bad, I never had it before until like the last year, and the last like 4 or 5 months, it's been like really bad. So I went to the dentist and there's really not much they could do for it, but she said to get a mouth guard so that I don't grind my teeth down or like fuck it up. But I have like late stage TMJ where I can literally feel like it cracks, and sometimes it feels like there's like sand in my mouth, and it's actually really painful. But there's really nothing you could do about it, because even with a mouth guard, you're still like biting down on the mouth guard. So I'm still waking up really, really, really sore. So one of my good friends, Lauren, I'll pop her socials here. If anybody ever needs injectable treatments or anything like that, she's 10 out of 10. She's on Long Island, and I think she's like one day in the city. So she touched my masseters and she was like, holy shit, they're huge, like ginormous. And what happens is, see how it's like squared out here because the muscle sticking out. So when they put Botox in it, it relaxes the muscle, and in turn you do get some facial slimming, which is awesome. I'm not complaining about that, but my main focus was to not be in so much pain, because I'm like waking up in the morning like clenching super hard, in pain when I'm eating, and it's been like that for a long time. So I'm really excited to see the change in that. I already started feeling some relief, but I'll feel even more relief over the next couple of weeks. I also got my lips done. Sorry, Dad. My yearly touch up. He hates when I do that. He's gonna be like, sweetie, why'd you blow your lips up? That's what he said to me the first time. Anyway, I love them. They're a little bruised, but I like them. Don't worry, that's it. That's all I did. So that was great. Can't wait to not have a mouth that's in so much pain. My Frenchie is so loud. Holy shit. So that's really exciting. I'm excited to get some relief. And yeah. So what else is going on? I've had some cool opportunities come my way, which is fun. I'm not speaking on them because I don't speak on things. And I keep everything close to the vest, chest, whatever it is. And I think that people should do that because the evil eye is real, and you don't need people trying to shit on your blessings. So I don't talk about anything until it's like 100%, if I even ever talk about it. I'm like a little bit more private when it comes to things like that. So that's that. So I have been, I'm sure you guys have seen it, but like I have been crying so hard laughing at the People versus J-Lo. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to get on TikTok and Google it. So J-Lo did this, I don't know what it is, actually. It's some project that is, it was like, I think $20 million or more of her own money that she spent to put this together, which is like I don't know the right way to describe it, like a tribute or a montage of like her work. So I thought it was actually going to be like a documentary, but well, she made two. And I think the one I watched was This Is Me Now, which was like a musical. It was really bizarre and really cheesy. And obviously she's the star of it. But she basically is like singing all her songs from back in the day and performing them like again, and it is just like really cringe to watch because baby girl can't sing, first of all, and I love me some J-Lo rom-coms. Like J-Lo rom-coms are 10 out of 10. Mother-in-law, I mean Monster-in-Law, that's like one of my favorite movies. Like I love that fucking movie. Made in Manhattan, iconic movie. Like I like her way more as an actor than like as anything else. Like not, she's not like an Oscar award winning enough. Like I love the movie enough. Like it's so good. So she did this tribute to herself as a Leo would. I mean, if she doesn't give off Leo energy, I don't know what does. And in one, so I guess, let me look this up actually, because I want to know if it's one or two like things that she did. I found it. So she did The Greatest Love Story Never Told, which I didn't watch. So this one is a documentary exploring the relationship between her and Ben Affleck. The other one was This Is Me Now, and that one is the one that's like very strange. $20 million she spent out of her own money, self-funded, and is a cinematic accompaniment to her new album. So I think she was trying to do like a Lemonade moment, like what Beyonce did with the visual album, but fell very, very short. It's a part visual album, warts and all, autobiography, part animated Puerto Rican myth, part sci-fi, part celebrity satire, and part self-help. Like, Fat Joe plays like her therapist. It is so weird. I forgot that there's like a cartoon bit and it's like very sci-fi in the beginning, but I could not get through. I couldn't get through any of it. So anyway, in the documentary, I guess it is because I didn't see it, they're like following her around and they're like, maybe I can put it in here because it's so funny. If you haven't seen it, you must live under a rock because it's insane. So she is being followed around by this camera crew and they're like, what's your bodega order? And she's like,
and what was your go-to order at the bodega?
My go-to order at the bodega was ham and cheese on a roll with an orange drink, if you know, you know, and a small bag of chips.
we're like, what's the orange drink? Is it Crush? Is it Sunkissed? Like, is it Fanta? Is it Tampica? Is it orange juice? Like, we don't know, J-Lo, and you ain't been on the block for like 40 years, so we don't know what the hell you're talking about, orange drink. You don't even know what the hell you're talking about. So the internet has been roasting her and it's fucking hilarious. Like, people are like, the Bronx needs a restraining order against her, like, because she keeps claiming us. Like, it's so funny. Then they're like,
What's something else that real New Yorkers say?
You!
fuck you. I don't think she realizes that this is top tier comedy. Like, so the People versus J-Lo has been like honestly one of my favorite things on the internet right now. Like, girl, you made it out the hood. You went to Preston High School. Like, I don't know that you were like in the hood. Like, I'm from the Bronx too. I wouldn't say I was from the hood. Like, I just I it's really funny. So just go on TikTok or just Google like J-Lo orange drink and you're gonna just find so many videos and it's really funny. Like, people are just roasting the shit out of her.
I keep my hair out like this. It reminds me like when I was 16 in the Bronx, running up and down the block. A crazy little girl who used to be wild and no limits, all dreams and
She's such a Leo and her head is so far up her ass that she probably like honestly has no idea like how cringe it is. But I would die to see like to be a fly on the wall like with her and Ben Affleck because I feel like he roasts her. Like, she is so fucking delulu. It's insane. And listen, she's super accomplished, smart as fuck. She's killing it and she's been killing it. So I'm not taking anything away from her. But like, just be where you're at. Like, stop trying to be like you're something else. Then she did another interview where she's dressed like fucking Zorro and she's like,
I like baby hairs and big hoops and gold jewelry. Buns, moñitos, we used to call them, which was very kind of a Puerto Rican thing to do. Is like moms used to put bun and the baby hairs and the hoops and the name plates and all that. And all that became kind of signature part of my style. I always kept that kind of urban streetwear thing with Timberlands and with Adidas sneakers. And I always stick with those things because it just feels like me. It feels like the Bronx. It feels like Lil Jenny.
do you see what you're wearing? The call's coming from inside the house, babe. Like, you need to pick it up because this is just not it. So anyway, that is hilarious and you need to get on that. Next thing I want to talk about is Vanderpump Rules because I am so tired of people like not making sense. So I need everybody as a unit to remember that this was filmed 3 or 4 months after Scandal broke. So literally not that long after. And Lala especially is on this like weird tirade against Ariana, which I think is all just stemming from the fact that she's jealous of how successful she is and all the opportunities that she's getting, because Lala didn't get shit from Randall except a headache and like trauma. So I think that she's definitely jealous and that's why she keeps coming after her, but it's like honestly so fucked up. Like they do keep shoving Tom down her throat, and this was so soon after, and people are like, she's acting ridiculous. I'm sorry. Half of you bitches saying that would have never been able to handle this and would still not be able to handle it. Lala went through a lot with Randall, so I'm not discounting that. But and I would say worse, only because there's a child involved and all the other shit that he was involved in. So two separate things, but she's clearly still suffering and going through that. This was a 10-year relationship. There is a lot there. A home. This is like more of a marriage than what anybody has ever had on this cast, other than like, well, I guess some of them were married, but not healthy. This is like next level. Your 10-year partner cheats on you with one of your best friends. You have a home together and you are coworkers, and now you have to work together. And now you have your friends 3 months later trying to make you look and feel crazy because you don't want to be in the same room as him. I'm sorry, he should be the one that's uncomfortable and have to leave, not her. And all you people that are like think any different are just fucking like bizarre to me. Now, Maya eating her dog, for those that don't know, her dog got into some leftover food that Ariana left in her room. Her door was closed. Tom went in there because the maintenance people needed to fix the AC. Maya got locked in because he didn't check, and she ate like literally the wooden sticks, all the shit from this, I think it was like Chinese food or something, I don't know. Ariana, I love you. That's gross. The food should not have been left there. 100%. I think this is the fault of two people. Shouldn't have left that out. It's just for sanitary purposes, but she does seem a little bit messy. So I love you, girl, but that was messy. But it's still like, he should, did you not notice that the dog wasn't like in the living room or something? I have 2 dogs. I'm sorry. If I had to pay $6,000 for my dog to get their stomach pumped, I would be in prison, especially after what you did to me. Jail. I'd be in jail. So I get that maybe she's having these really strong reactions to him, but who wouldn't? I mean, she's being forced to, I don't want to say forced, I guess she could not do the show, but it's her. Why should she leave? She's not the one that did wrong. And the only friend to her on this cast, truthfully, is Katie. Because Katie's the only one that is actually not trying to like have this redemption arc for Tom Sandoval. Like, do you hear the shit that comes out of his mouth? He compared himself to George Floyd. Like, it's not normal. Like, he is fucking delusional and insane. And for anybody, for Lala to go from calling him a dangerous narcissist person to this, it's like you're a flip-flopper and you do whatever's convenient for you. And I get it, there's like a show, but like, it's very weird to me watching the reunion last season and how she came at Tom and Raquel to this. Like, first of all, you never needed to be that involved in it. You never needed to be screaming and yelling and pointing your finger guns at people and all of that last season. Like, you didn't need to be doing that. You were doing the most because you wanted to take attention and be part of this spotlight with that. And then you got an Uber deal from it. Like, you made money off of Scandal too. So like, I just think the hypocrisy is insane, and half the people saying it, I would love to see how you would handle that situation 3 months later. And I don't care if she had a boyfriend already. I don't care. She's entitled to move on when she feels like it. And if she felt that that was the right person, then she's allowed to do that. Sometimes shit happens. Sometimes you meet the next person for you right after you were with someone else. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you need space. Sometimes you need a break. But I can't imagine that he is not well aware that she's still processing this. He would have to be an idiot, and I don't think he is an idiot. I think he chose to work through this with her, and they worked through it together. And I don't think that her feelings were of, which I can't speak for her, but I think her feelings were of anger and betrayal and less of the relationship like ending, if that makes sense. I think it was more the way that it ended. So even Tom saying he thought that him and Ariana would be handling the separation better than Katie and Schwartz, that alone is delusional. You thought after what you did, you guys were going to be on these great terms. I don't know. I get really fucking aggravated when people are like morons, like stupidity. Like, I just don't think that any woman in that situation would be handling it so gracefully. And honestly, like, if anyone's saying that, I just feel like it's giving like pick me like vibes. Like, oh, she should be over it already. She should be. I know bitches that are still crying over fucking relationships from years ago. Like, stop for less. So I just like don't, when I read the comments, I'm just like, what are you even saying? I know me, I'd be fucking angry as shit, and I would have punched the shit out of him. Please, I would have put hands on him. And yes, I do sometimes condone violence. He deserves to get his fucking ass beat. So I don't know. Anyone that's in disagreement with that, and I love Lala. I really do. But like, she needs to stop being such a hypocrite. Like, you are so jaded from what Randall did to you that you literally are having your next child fully and completely on your own, so nobody can do that to you again. That's like pure trauma that he inflicted on you. So for you to downplay another woman's hurt and anger after how angry you were, which you had the right to be, is just insane to me. Like, when are we gonna stop policing people's like feelings? Unless they're like completely irrational, but this is not irrational to me, like whatsoever at all. It's not like they just broke up because of irreconcilable differences. Like, this was a fucking scumbag move on every level that you could possibly imagine. So I don't know. I just think like, I think people do forget the timeline as well, and that's why I'm here to remind you because I love Ariana, and I'm very happy for all her opportunities. But I think the green envy monster is coming out of some of these other people. Like when Lala said, "You got all the brand deals, you're winning, he's not," or I don't. That wasn't exactly what she said, but like, do you think that money is going to change what happened and what she went through from the person she sleeps next to every night? It's great, and I'm glad that because this is the best thing that ever happened to her, but that doesn't take the hurt away from how it happened. But she's going to be the host of Love Island, which was like always her favorite show. She did a co-host situation last year, so that's really cool. And she was amazing in Chicago on Dancing with the Stars. And honestly, she deserves it because she did not deserve what was done to her. Been watching The Valley, which honestly I hate to admit is like better than I thought it was going to be. So this episode is like Bravo focused and like just talking shit focused because that's what I want to talk about. And I gotta make it quick. So The Valley's good if you haven't watched it. I think it's because we have the OG psychopaths back, like Jax and Kristen. Kristen's a goddamn mess. But that was really good. And oh, you know what else I've been watching? The Agency, which is Mauricio's show on Netflix. It's really good. I actually really like it. I did watch season 1, but season 2 was so good. I just finished that. I like watching the Umansky family on TV. All the girls are like Kyle in 4 different fonts. Like, truly, they really are. I think I'm like mostly caught up on the things I talked about on my episode that raged against me, raged against the machine. Oh, you know what I did talk about? This is something I want to talk about. Have you guys seen Famous Miss Peaches? So Dave Portnoy, which if you don't know who that is, he's the creator of Barstool Sports, and people like don't like him. There's controversy with him. I really don't have much of an opinion. Well, now I do. So he rescued this dog from a pit bull, from a hoarding, neglectful, overbreeding situation. And her name is Miss Peaches, and he made an Instagram for her called Famous Miss Peaches, and he saved this dog's life, but I think that she saved his life too. And I've just been so obsessed with her Instagram. She has like, let's see how many followers she has. 947,000 followers. They are adorable. He took her out of this situation, and she is literally living a life of luxury. He is definitely learning his way around having a dog. She's eaten things she shouldn't have eaten. Like, I think she ate a pack of Orbit gum. He had to take her to the emergency room. She's gotten into some things, and he doesn't want to crate her because I think she doesn't do well in the crate, which my Luna was a rescue too, and I couldn't crate train her either. She would go fucking berserk. I tried it. She would scream for like 8 hours. It was not a good situation, and I think it's like something happened to her on her journey before she got to me. She couldn't do the crate. So he's taking her on private jets. He raised like, how much money did he raise? He raised an insane amount of money for rescues. 500K for various animal rescues, which is like absolutely out of this world. He's shining a light on the rescue community and using his platform for that. And honestly, like, that is, people should be using their platform to do things like this, because animals can't obviously speak for themselves, and no one advocates for them, and the laws are like insane, like what people do to animals, and they don't go to jail. Like, I think like if you harm animals and do all this fucked up shit to them, you should like literally be tortured and like hung upside down, and like, I don't know, like really foul shit should happen to you, because if you can do that to an animal because you are such a spineless piece of shit, you deserve to step on Legos every day, to burn your mouth on coffee every morning, to shrink all your clothes in the dryer, to bite your lip every time you're eating, to just all the bad things that could happen, but like worse than that. Those are just like annoying ones, but I just hope you have the day you deserve every day of your life. Horrible, terrible, disgusting people. And yeah, he's just doing all of this amazing work, and he's treating her like a queen, and it's really, really sweet. And my sister-in-law and I are like, if we could have a rescue farm, we would, which maybe we will one day. We love dogs so much. So to see things like this, and my friend Sam too, she works a lot in rescue. Literally, like, people call her at all hours to bring her animals. She works in the shelters. So I got dog people around me, animal people around me. My mom too has like saved squirrels and stuff. Like, so it's just really touching to see. And I won't say if, I'll say when I'm in a better position in my career, that is definitely like top of list for me, to be involved in helping animals, especially dogs, and especially pit bulls. Because my little girl, she found me. I wasn't looking for a dog. She literally landed in my lap. If you want that story, I can tell you. It's nothing super crazy, but she, like, when I tell you I was not looking for a dog at all, I wasn't. And I feel very blessed that I have her. She makes my life better. She keeps me active. She keeps me moving. She makes me get out of bed when I don't want to face the world. And she knows, like, when I am depressed or I'm upset, she will literally rip me out of the bed and make me take her outside. She'll cry, which like to like another level, like next to me. She'll push me, like she makes me get up and face the world and go outside and get some sun on my face and realize that like life really isn't that bad. And when I'm down, she just puts her head on me. My Frenchie does too, like my little, I call her many names, my little egg, my speckled egg. She does it too. She just, having a dog comfort you and love you, it's like nothing else in the world. And you know, you are their whole life. So like when I come home and she's crazy, jumping up and down, jumping all over me, doing all this stuff, I'm just like, sometimes I get home from work and I like lay on the floor and I just let them jump all over me and give me all the kisses. In the morning, same thing. I'm like, this is the best wake up call ever. And I do not take it for granted. Not one day that I have with my dogs. They are truly the best. If for some reason we don't have kids, then I tell Amanda all the time, then I'm just getting like a bunch of dogs and we're gonna need a lot of property because I'm gonna be like rescuing all the pit bulls in all the land. So yes, yeah, it's incredible. Speaking of dogs and speaking of my sister-in-law, because I just mentioned her, she did start her own raw pet food company. So it's really cool, all locally sourced ingredients. Everything's clean. It's raw. I think I said that. It's raw food. She's in the Westchester area, but if you're like Bronx, maybe Connecticut, she does do like local pickup and delivery. And that's like her first little venture into, not little, it's her first venture into being more in the dog world. That's really cool. She knows what she's doing. She's helped me so much with all the things, training my dogs, like everything, all that. She's just really good at that stuff. And she started this business because of her love for dogs and the needs of her to rescue dogs. She needed, you know, they have specific not allergies, I don't think, but specific needs. And so she created her own food for them because she wasn't finding what she wanted. And it's top tier ingredients, all of the things. So shout out to Adela and Rare Game Pet Food. I will pop up the socials here too. If you are listening, you have a dog and you're curious about raw food and you're in the Westchester, Bronx, Connecticut area, then maybe you can try it out. I think eventually she will expand, but for now it's just her and she's doing the damn thing. So shout out to her. I think I'll end the episode there because I gotta go. I'll leave you with my high and low of the week. My high of the week is that I got some new opportunities and I'm excited about them. My low of the week is that my fucking audio on my last episode did not record, but I somehow always turn my lows into a high because I still was able to show up and give you guys something. And I'm really proud of myself for making it work in this short time span that I had today because I really love this. This is my passion project and it's a lot of fun for me. And I love all the feedback I'm getting. And I just want to say thank you again for tuning in to the Girls Room with Clarissa. I love you. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and follow me if you enjoy it. And as always, if you have topics, questions, concerns, stories you want to share, things you need advice on, please send me an email to tgrpod.nyc@gmail.com. I'll see you guys next week. Love you. Bye.